Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. So yes, of course, more Christmas stuff. Obviously, it is that time of the year. Obviously, so I just thought I'd just talk about more of this kind of stuff, of course, because why not? But alright then, even though this is not really my cup of tea, really, but I've said that quite a few times, as it is. Anyway, I guess I'll just review one of these kinds of movies again. But yes, Snowed in Christmas. So yeah, as you guess by the title itself, you already know the plot gonna be about, but just by looking at this, these two individuals are gonna be stuck in one place, and they have to deal with it until things get settled down, so to speak. And yeah, this again, it was something I was debating to review or not because it's just one of these run up the mill type of romantic type movies. Yeah, these again. I really don't care for these kinds of movies like at all. And of course, we know how this is going to turn out. It's very by the numbers. These two individuals, of course, will be competing against each other. Of course, they're not going to like each other. Of course, you and there's going to be a bit of a conflict of interest of some kind. Of course, and whatnot. Yada 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 yada. Blah blah blah. It makes me sick. Ugh. But anyway, of course, the woman, she's going to have some kind of ambition. She's going to be a bit of a headstrong and whatnot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You just, ugh, whatever movie. This is whatever. Okay. So yeah, like we're saying, folks, I was debating to talk about this because I've intentionally avoided these types of movies like the plague. Yet here I am. But okay, whatever. But anyway, I guess I'm already here. It's just might as well just go on with it. Of course, as always, let's go talk about the plot, shall we? So here we go. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, these two individuals, yeah, Jenna and Kevin, they pretty much volunteer for this special assignment at Christmas. Yeah, who'd have known? After they became stranded, as the title of the film suggests, by this snowstorm in this place, and yeah, they had to go travel this one area and stay there for a while. And yes, it has something to do with writing this article. The articles, so they both have to write these articles, and she's trying to do something in terms of Santa Claus. Yeah, I know, what a shock. Of course, she has to do that. Of course, that's kind of like given the genre of the movie. Of course, that's gonna be definitely a thing there. Of course. And alright, and of course the male character, Kevin. Yes, he's gonna be one of those types of characters that doesn't believe in Santa Claus, and yes, quite odd. You can already guess this yourself. He has something to do with his youth when he was younger. He believed in Santa Claus at first, but as he got older, he just stopped believing. He just wanted to distance himself from anything Santa Claus related. And yes, quite obviously, this can cause these two to, I guess, have some kind of disagreement, of course. And you can already guess what's going to happen here, of course, from this point forward. Yes, quite clearly, he's going to find it's really absurd, it's really weird that she would study this subject matter for her paper, for her article, I should say, because he's under the impression it's too silly, it's too goofy for a grown woman to do this, especially with her job on the line. Are you worried? Are you gonna lose your job? You can get fired. You know all that. Uh, I guess kind of remarks and whatnot. So there was that, of course. But anyway, they are drawn together when they join the fight to save this historical, I guess, town's inn kind of thing. So that does come into play in the story quite clearly. So yeah, they realize that this has to be a thing. This is, of course, a thing here in the story. Of course, time is ticking, obviously. So as a result, you can already guess yourself. These two will spend quite a bit of time with each other. That's just how it is, of course. And yeah, that's basically what this is gonna be going on and whatnot. And yeah, of course, at first these two can be kind of awkward with each other. Obviously, these two are gonna be kind of awkward, quite clearly, because quirky. So it's so quirky. Yeah, if this film sounds incredibly cheesy, that's because it is. That's because this film is incredibly cheesy, of course. I know, no shocker there, really, like at all. Anyway, but that's the gist of this film, of course. And yeah, these two characters, I mean, they do have a life out of, I guess, their own social network. So from time to time, these two characters will talk to their friends through the phone, of course, because like I said a moment ago, they get stuck in this one place. So they talk to their friends whenever they have the chance, whether on the phone or whatever and whatnot. But anyway, that's the gist of the story, really. And there's it's just your run up the mill type of story, like we were saying earlier. It doesn't do anything new at all. It's the same thing, yada yada yada. And this, yes, it's supposed to be a romantic comedy. And yes, it's a TV made movie, by the way, folks. It's a TV made film, just so you know. And as if it wasn't obvious enough, quite of course. But anyway, that's just what's going on here. It's cheesy, folks. It's so cheesy. Ugh. It has more cheese than my cheese pizza, if that's one way to do it. If that's one way to put this, I guess. Anywho, what can we say is that I mean the acting is bare minimal, and that's putting it maybe too lightly. Really, that's probably being too nice. Oh, the acting is too minimal, I guess. And I can't say I like this movie, not really at all. But at the same time, I'm not gonna go as far as just say that oh no, this is the absolute worst movie of all time. I'm not gonna go that far, okay? I'm not gonna exaggerate at all. I'm not gonna exaggerate that whatsoever. It made me want to barf. That's why this movie made me want to vomit. Okay, it made me want to puke my guts out because it's all lovey-dovey, cutesy wootsy. Ugh, that's disgusting to me. That's really gross. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just too nice. This for me, I guess. I mean, there is a sense of conflict. But of course, there's going to be a bit of an emergency, I suppose, to some extent. But I mean, it's kind of ruined in some ways because a lot of stuff that goes on in this film it feels too convenient. Is what I'm saying. It feels really convenient in a lot of ways. Because the plot is so contrived, and yes, that brings it down really. I mean, okay. I was not expecting Shakespeare when it comes to it. I was not expecting Shakespeare from this like at all whatsoever. And so I don't get this wrong way. I was not expecting top notch quality when it comes to this movie like whatsoever. Or these kinds of movies. I was not expecting like top notch quality writing whatsoever. Because that's not what these movies tend to be like. I mean, I get these movies do have a charm to some people, and I can see why they would, I guess. And because it's pretty much just centered around these two journalists, of course, and we all know how this can play out, of course. Maybe a bit dramatic, some comedy, some romance, all thrown into a bit, of course. And yeah, but anyway, that's about it, really. I mean, there's not much else I can say about this film. Yeah, it's one of these types of movies. You've seen one, you've seen them all, really. But yeah, that's about it, really. That's about. I mean, it's taking a rom com, I guess. And yes, I do realize that there's an audience for this. What's okay to each their own, but don't expect me to enjoy these types of movies because they're not for me, alright? And yes, by the way, I saw this movie on Disney Plus. Yeah, it's on Disney Plus right now. Anyway, I'll give this film an overall rating of a 5.0. I think it's a 5.0 turn for me. It's because it's okay. Anyway, see ya. Thanks for watching, folks. Until next time.